I think that Trump is going to be a big part of how things are handled there, because there is a ticking time clock. If Trump is elected, he who knows what he'll do there. You know, he's Donald Trump.
Convinced Trump has no shot, but who knows?
I don't think he does either. But
he's leading Biden right now, right, in the polls.
I saw that. Yeah. I think though the more airtime Trump gets, the worse he does.
Okay, so the plan for now is that Trump will shoot himself in the foot for Joe to come back.
Yeah, I don't know. The airtime thing seems like, based on what you guys said about the last night thing, that it went good.
Based on what Trump said. Trump said he was up in the polls the very next day, which is bullshit. Polls take a week.
Internal polls.
No, I was meaning like his CNN thing. Like, you said that went well for him.
We'll see. Like, it was the crowd was stacked with people that loved him, so it looked like it went well. But online, everyone is like, "This is fucking ridiculous. He's telling lies." They're all outraged. So you really need a better basis than that. Reddit seems really left. They said that he's an idiot who's just lying.
Yeah, Reddit.
The crowd was really right, and they seem like Trump was amazing, like he's got his magic back, etc. So I just can't know. You know, like
I don't want to do it during the show, but I'll show you like a 2-minute montage with the air horns and stuff that somebody made. I don't know. I think it comes off well. Like, I don't think that the left has more clips to show to attack Trump than the opposite is true. I think the Trump side got a bunch of gotchas and a bunch of funny punchlines. And if you ask me, at least from where I sit, the reason he won last time was the meme war. I think he won the meme war. He took over the internet, Reddit in particular.
This is 2016.
Yeah, when he won, I think the meme war was the main battle of winning the presidency. I truly believe that, and he is. My thought going into this time was, man, he better not be talking about fucking the last election being stolen. We need memes. We need bits. We need him to like be silly and come up with nicknames for people. And I don't know. He had like 2 minutes of gotcha shit and like an hour of content on there. And I think it's enough. I think if he just keeps going on there and being funny like that, there was some, I don't even know what they were talking about, but she was like, you said before that it's inappropriate to use the debt ceiling as a wedge, as a negotiating tool. And he's like, that's right. I was president. Well, why do you think it's okay now? Because I'm not president now. And it was just like so matter of fact about, there's President Trump and there's businessman Trump. And obviously we don't do things. Maybe you didn't see it that way, but he's just being matter of fact about being dishonest if you want to see it that way. But he just basically said, hey, that's President Trump. This is businessman Trump. That's how I read it. And
it's to Trump's benefit for the world to blow up and the economy to crash because the debt ceiling isn't raised and America doesn't pay his bills. So candidate Trump is like, I think, we should like not raise the debt ceiling and just fuck up the planet. But President Trump, back when it would make him look bad, was like, raise the debt ceiling. Obviously, it's the right thing to do. Otherwise, the world catches on fire, I'm told. So here he is running, and he's like, oh, yeah, set the world on fire. I don't give a fuck. I just want to be president. Now, I saw that, and I was like, oh, my God. He's like telling us he's a liar. He's telling us he's a hypocrite.
Politician. He's admitting to do what every politician does. But he's the only one, liar that he is, to be honest about it and say it to America's face on CNN in front of everyone.
For what it's worth, only Republicans do that. The Democrats raised the debt ceiling without a fuss for Trump like 5 times. Or something. Like they didn't make a big deal out of it. It's the Republicans who are like, you know what? Let's fuck people over because we've got this leverage.
Oh, I don't care about the policy and who did what and like voting records. Nobody cares about that. Again, it goes back to the fucking sound bites. I think it's the meme war. It's that it's when you put Trump on an eagle in a tank, it gets clicks. If you do that to their candidates, they don't care because they don't have a political cult.
We agree about that. I think though that when it goes to of course, there's going to be people who would vote for Biden no matter what, and there's going to be people who will vote for Trump or anyone red no matter what. But the middle is going to look at this guy who's convicted sexual assault, $5 million. They're going to go to the appeals court. It's going to stay in the news. It's going to hurt him a lot.
You know what they'll say? At least it's not kids like Joe. At least he's not sniffing around little girls. Well, except for that one time. But that was
little
just one
girls
time.
were asking for it, Kyle.
Well, I mean, Joe says that. Of course, he can't hear very well these days.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I think that
You got to turn sandwich in a douche here.
Look, no woman is going to vote for a rapist. He is going to get smashed amongst women.
Well, that's good because he wasn't found liable of rape.
Well, that's because she couldn't feel his tiny little penis, and she wasn't sure it was inside.
That's a good line for her to use, isn't it?
Except it's almost strictly he wasn't, because it was a civil thing, right?
He finger banged her, but he didn't. She wasn't sure if his little penis was inside or not. His little mushroom.
You think so?
Interesting.
I do. I think she said something to that. I made it worse.
You think Trump has
something like that?
Micro penis.
Micro penis is a stretch, but she did say she wasn't sure his penis was inside her, and that's why she didn't get the rape thing. I think.
Interesting. You know, when they say things like this about Biden, I'm like, come on, that's
obvious.
I bet Biden has a man-sized penis, and I'm saying, sure like, you'd never convince me that Biden had a micro dick because some lady who hates him said it.
Yeah, exactly.
She had 11 witnesses. Now they weren't there, but this is like the people that know. This is she had 11 people she called to the stand that all said, yeah, she's told me about it. She talked about it the years. This is like a known thing. Everyone in her circle knows this has happened. And then there's Trump, who didn't even show. That's why he lost. It's not even a he said, she said. It's 11 people said, and Trump remained silent.
And so he's going to fight it somewhere else?
He's going to appeal it.
11 people said that she told them this. I'm one of those people now because I listened. Now, when all they have is the benefit of time.
We'll see. Trump is like, I've never met this woman. They're photographed together.
Of course he met her. Of course.
He's not what he says.
Yeah, he's lying, Woody.
Yes, yeah. I know.
He's not a good lying.
That's what you do.
He lost in court.
He was found civilly liable, Woody. Come on. Don't defame.
No, not according to Woody.
$5 million, convicted rapist.
Again, that's not what. No.
You say tomato, I say tomato. I'm going to keep saying it.
I'm not liable for that. He is litigious.
Man, he is litigious. He loves lawyers.
Now I just
he sues us. That'd be so low ball.
Podcast would explode.
I don't care how big Trump's dick is, but I think whenever they start lowering them, when they're like, "Oh, look at his little,"
you don't remember
hand.
the CNN clips of like bringing people on to be like, tonight we're going to talk about Trump's penis shape because we're the news. Yeah. Like,
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that? They literally had Stormy Daniels on like I saw
that's hilarious.
About like
you would
stuff.
Love it if it was on the blue guy. You're being biased now. You guys are like, I just want somebody funny, and they're on CNN talking about this guy's tiny dick and his tiny hands, and now we got multiple women saying his tiny dick. You would be running with this thinking it's the greatest thing. Instead, you're like, they're kind of like not giving respect to the
because
office.
I know what they do, and I see that it's orchestrated. You can see strings being pulled in multiple media outlets like parroting things.
Thank you. Yes.
I admit my bias when I have a hard time seeing through it. You guys are like, I just want a funny person to get elected because Trump is hilarious. But when they talk about his tiny dick, it's not funny.
I think
tiny dicks can be funny if we made it
absolutely be funny.
But I just think
not when it's my guy.
You're like, that lady said he had a little dick. Kyle, can you believe it? I'm like, yeah. I mean, she seems like she really despises
into the small hands.
But he doesn't have small hands.
He does have small hands.
Okay, well, I'm glad you're taking the high road on this one.
No, I am not. I can't stand
it. He triggers you so hard. Like you cannot help yourself.
But you can't see it either. Like you will defend almost anything he does. You'll say his tiny dick isn't funny, but it totally is.
We make fun of
you've
Trump.
Got the red side.
We make fun of Trump fucking constantly.
And
we mock him. We make fun of him. I'd say we make fun of Trump a lot more than you make fun of the blue team. If we're doing a little,
I think that's
little
fair. I'll laugh at Biden when he gets it wrong.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think that
Biden does have less to joke about than Trump does, and not because he's bad. I'm not saying like.
I mean, I've seen Hunter's penis, so I know how big it is.
Have you? How was it?
No, of course not. I'm making a point that we don't talk about penises because we don't care. We have pictures of your guy's dick. We don't care. We don't care if it's big or small or cut or not.
I hope it is big. Good for him.
Look at it. Well, let's do that.
He's in with the Israelis.
I didn't sit there and defend Hunter's dick. I asked about it. I was rolling with it.
What I'm saying is,
touche.
Like, I think especially, like, I don't care how big Trump's dick is, but I bet it's a normal, like, human-sized penis if I had to
I care deeply.
Odds are it's average.
Sure.
That's true.
I think that that's her way of not perjuring herself when she says that, and at the same time taking a swipe, because maybe I don't understand sex, maybe I've never done it, but I think we all know when it's in. Like we all know when it's in, right? Like,
yeah,
you can tell.
I can tell. It hurts. First of all, there's a burning feeling, and
it all circles back.
Yeah, I wake up right away.
I come too. I think she probably. I believe that lady was sexually assaulted by Trump. I think he's a bad guy. But I don't think he raped her. I don't think he stuck his dick in her. He might have tried to. But I don't think he failed because of tiny penis. Do you see how close to the edge I'm willing to walk with you? I think that the idea of her saying it's a tiny penis is a silly jab and not funny. I'll admit to you, he sexually assaulted her. I bet he did it a lot. I bet he sexually assaulted dozens of women.
It's going to hurt him in the election.
Women's?
Yeah.
Women's up and down the coast.
You're talking about him like monies.
He was reported to a couple of his chiefs of staff, but I'm trying to remember which one, repeatedly for sexual harassment while he was president.
Interesting.
I buy that.
Doing that, I guess. Maybe there was he sexually harassed them.
I don't know, but
I believe it.
This kind of stuff will kill him in the general, and he'll have voters who just toss all of it aside and say, I like him no matter what.
Yeah.
Because he's got that charm. But he's not going to win in the general.
I think it's impossible to know right now. I think that I think I would lean a little bit more toward the left, toward Biden, like maybe 55-45, if I had to do it all over today. But man, you know how the political landscape changes in 3 to 6 months. A year from now, which is what we're talking about, right? Roughly.
I'm not even sure the campaign will be alive.
There you go. I don't know.
Both already over.
I don't know how with it Biden is still going to be, and I don't mean that. I'm not even poking fun at the like crazy old man stuff. It's like every day when you're in your 70s matters. You're always creeping toward possible dementia or some sort of aphasia or whatever the fuck. So who knows? And also who knows where the political landscape is? What if gasoline is $8 a gallon? Going into like this time next year, like heading into like the summer vacation months, it's $5.99, and they're like, it's gonna hit $10. It's gonna hit $10 in July, and Trump's over there like drill, baby, and Biden's over there talking about owls that we don't even know what they look like. You know,
that's a good one.
Right, there's a lot of time.
Another one in my
war.
Head. Oh, banks failing. I feel like the banks failing hasn't gotten the press that I would have expected it to. I mean, we're adjacent to 2008, and I don't know, a few more drop, and we got a really big thing going on.
Here's one. What if Biden wheels Fauci out around September, October, and it's time to go back inside? Mask up.
Imagine
time
that.
to go back inside. And
I think
Trump's
he's more politically clever than that.
And Trump's smart enough to be out there. I have the vax. You don't have to get the vax to be an American, though, and to live. And like he starts quoting the Declaration of Independence or some shit, the Constitution. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That's what I read here. I don't see anything about a mask, or he's flipping through that shit.
If Biden dies, I don't even know who the Democrats run. You'd think Kamala was.
Bring it. Oh, I love that.
Run Hunter.
No, like Hunter.
I don't know. Hunter might get the Molotov cocktail vote. Right? Like there are a handful of people who just want to blow up Washington.
They would file those criminal charges on him, and then he couldn't get in because he'd be a felon. Because they could file charges if they wanted to. That's kind of scary. That's the problem with fucking with Trump in the courts now. You've let him get in there, and his Justice Department wants to file charges on Hunter Biden. And now it becomes, I don't know much about legalese, but now that his laptop is now like subject to a criminal matter, I bet that opens up other avenues. And now you can subpoena lots of other people. And now those people have to come in under oath, and they can be questioned about all sorts of tangential issues. So yeah, we're talking about the laptop today, but also, sir, do you know Ambassador Grevich? He's like, nah, I don't know. Alexei? Nah, I don't know him. And like, well, let's bring up Exhibit A. Like things can get nasty. They don't want that. That's why they should be leaving him alone. They should leave him alone. You shouldn't prosecute presidents because we change every 4 fucking years. We change every 4 fucking years. It's not like we got a monarchy here and you can just shit on somebody and lop heads off.
Usually
come into power in 4 years.
The idea still stands. We'll see. If Trump does win, I bet he's kind of known for his retaliation.
Petty. Small-minded and petty. The whole presidency is about that dinner with Obama. I choose to believe that. That was it.
Right.
Publicly humiliate me. All right, now you full effort Trump. like I was just gonna eat KFC and be a.
just gonna eat KFC to death in my gold bathroom, but instead now I'm gonna become president.
I don't know. Don't motivate your enemies. That's what you could learn about Trump. Like piece of shit that he is. You don't want him to be your enemy and motivated, right? It doesn't go well.
Yeah.
I don't know who's going to win. Like I said, I would go with Biden right now, but a lot can change in a year, and Trump's in the lead right now. Trump has to go down, and Biden has to go up for this all to come to fruition. So we'll see.
We'll see. Last time Biden won by sitting in a basement on Zoom calls, raising money, and Trump going out there and embarrassing himself.
It felt
we'll
like
see
a fizzle.
If that replays.
I remember as we were getting toward election day last time, it really felt like everything fizzled out. It was almost like Biden, and I'm not saying this happened, but it felt like all of the media was like, let's just not talk about the election at all. Let's just let it happen. Let's not let anybody be passionate about this. It just felt like there was no real coverage. Maybe I was busy at the time with a lot of stuff and I didn't notice it, but it felt like the coverage was way down. It wasn't this big crazy thing like the previous cycle had been when Trump did win and beat Hillary. It just seemed like nobody cared that much. And Trump wasn't out there waving the flag as much as it seemed like he should. And like you said, Biden just bunkered up and won.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'll see. I don't know. It's going to be fun to watch.
Biden again. He's so fucking old.
He killed it at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. And my question is, how often can you deliver that version of Biden?
How many fucking uppers do they have? Like
all of them?
This
guy,
they're
not good for your heart, though.
All of them.
Both of them take uppers.
On your heart. I've thought about the uppers. I hope they're not. They're legitimately very.
Are
bad
they?
for your heart. Yeah.
With Trump, it's not like they have the pictures of them in the drawer. Of the
those are weak amphetamines or whatever. They're those cold medicine shit things. Like it's not good for him. It can't be. But especially as overweight as he is. But they may not survive into this thing.
He's not as fat as he was, but he's fat.
Because it won't be Pence. He'll have somebody else. I bet he picks a lady. Oh God, please not Marjorie Taylor Greene. That would be so awful.
He's going to pick like a neocon, establishment person to try and win over, like Nikki Haley, to try and win over those people.
I'd love Nikki Haley.
Why?
I don't know. I think she looks good in pants.
I think that's a great way to have takes just about female politicians, not give a fuck at all about what they're about.
She's a vice president.
Dude, AOC, huge fan. No idea what she's all about.
my favorite big booty Latina.
Yeah.
I'm voting for those tits. Like
MTG was like one of the leading candidates to be his vice president until recently, and I forget what happened, but like
he wanted her, and he's being advised against it. It was the news on the internet.
Fucking idiot.
She did or said something that ruined it. I forget what it was.